Teamwork, you mean the name the game is based on? It's actually kind of implied in the title. I'm not sure if OP or necessary. But anyway, one thing I'm kind of seeing though is the blue kind of won that partially because of their sentry fortifications. Red got on the point, and they kept up an infantry offensive. We might be seeing like a red team that's very mobile and get to places very easily. But we're then seeing the other classic team, which is the new consolidate ones, which is what you need to do on a Koth map.
Yeah, it's a sort of place where if you can get like a good sort of pyro, maybe something with like 2 medics, and you can get a good pyro and a good scout to go ahead of the team, and then just have a medic sort of on the backfield, and basically just have all the fat guys come along and wipe everything up that the smaller ones weren't able to finish. And you basically cap the point and forget about it for the rest of the game because you're too busy killing everybody off anyway.
Yep, that's fair enough. I mean, that's the thing, actually, part of this game is just killing off the enemy team. I think somebody's too diffused there. I think learning York routes. And that's the thing, actually. I think the team that learns to use the underside and side routes more get onto the point without blue knowing. Because blue are trying to start spawn camping. If you can get round the sides of that spawn camp, get to the point, you're going to force them to fall back.
Yeah, that's the thing. With the spawn doors, there are 3 options to get out of them. And, admittedly, they are all very close to each other. But, something like a scout or a pyro, if they're fast enough, they can get out without being hit. And especially a pyro, if it's backburner pyro, if they can get out, they can come up behind a spawn camp and really screw things up.
Oh god, jeez, I want to see a backburner pyro so hard, because they're gonna absolutely rule everything. Oh god, look at all the demo work on that point. Red had like 5 guys on it. Yeah, we're capping. No, it's all the artillery fires into one spot. Good effort though from Red, but they need to get in there a bit.
Yeah, wow. Really, I mean, that's the problem. It's just the fact that they're kind of just sitting on the point and hoping it's going to cap, but there's no one going ahead to sort of protect that cap. I mean, it does look like they might be able to take it now. Yeah, okay. There we go. But, still, they're a minute and a half behind, so if blue pull it back, I can't see red managing that again.
Yep, no, that's the thing. Okay, now here's something there. Daddy Chasm there, being big, blue, fat, heavy guy, doing heavy things in heavy places. And somebody you need a big fat guy, and this is actually a good place for it. I mean, okay, here we go. Here's the counter heavy, and he's got a medic. This is looking good. Medic is stressed with the soldier in the face. I mean, you got to. Wow, Jesus Christ, he was not going to live, was he? I mean, they literally went after that medic quite hard, and okay, blue capped it back, but they're not so far in the lead.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say I'd put that down a little bit to somewhat distracted or inattentive heavy there, because I think a little bit of a sort of, I guess, tunnel vision there, really. He chose his targets and he opted to stick with them, kind of ignored his medic, and not the best option there, really.
There we go. Okay, nice counter cap there from Red. They're a minute behind still. This is the thing. They're really going to have to, move in here. But yeah, that's the thing with heavies. They do get better tunnel vision. But to be fair with heavies, if they've got a lot on their plate to deal with, it's really hard to keep your ear up for your medic. But saying that though, some really good heavies can, just turn around and go, wait a minute, that's not rocket sound I need to hear.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, I'd agree with that. And I'd say, given the circumstances that were happening then, it was, it's difficult to sort of do when you are sort of in the middle of a fight. It's difficult to decide what to do. And plus, admittedly, it was purely the heavy and the medic. There was no other red guys trying to help them out, and that's a failing on the whole team's part rather than any particular player.
Yep. Saying one thing though, look at red team though, they are coming back. Okay, blue are just in the lead here, but they're gonna their window of opportunity to kind of loot going out here. They're 1 minute 17 to 105. No, this is so far the hardest one to call. I'm not sure who's going to get it here. Blue are the ones that seem to come in the strongest. They have these downmen, they have these soldiers who zoom in and kill everything on the point. But then, like, these little stealthy, agile red bastards keep flying in and keep picking them off. Oh, look at Pitt there. That was nicely done. Takes down that heavy, just wasn't expecting it. And then there he takes down Davey. Pitt, one-man commando unit. Should play backburner. I mean, seriously, please. I mean, I'd love to see Pit with a back burner one day. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
The control point is being captured.
Okay, here comes Red. Oh man, Blue are nearly winning this, but
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
there's Bert just about getting Mario there. It's like, I know it's a spy. Get that spy. Why is nobody getting the spy?
Yeah, it looks like both teams have managed to sort of really, dig in now. This is a lot more hotly contested than last time round, and yeah, I'm not sure who it's going to go for. I mean, yeah, Blue have the advantage, but Red have capped it back really quickly each time, to be honest. Especially last time round, they managed to get that back within sort of like 15 seconds.
Oh, now this is off talk here. They actually got a teleport up to the side. That's where they've been kind of getting around the back from. Interesting little teleport that. I mean, I'd like to see that come some more of that. But anyway, 21-23. This is still, going go either way. But look at Mario there. He's on fire. He's dead. But this is the thing I like with Blue Team. When they need to get a point, they'll grab it. And it's gone 22 seconds.
The control point is being contested.
And okay, we've got 4-14. Still, man, this is tense.
Mission ends in 10.
Yeah, this is looking very good for Red, actually. I mean, this looks like it's pretty much good for Red now.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no, it's done. Excessive amounts of hair and a microphone. It doesn't really help. Anyway, now this thing I'm enjoying here. We're seeing now teams get a bit even.
3.
I think this is more flank work. That's what I really want to see in this game.
Yeah, I think it was pretty much last time round, or first couple of matches, it was kind of a little bit of a warm-up phase, and I think now everybody roughly knows what they're doing, and they kind of, possibly for some of the newer guys who haven't tried this map too much, they might have a little bit more of an understanding now, so that may well be where that sort of much more hotly contested game came from last time. Although saying that, Blue are kind of dominating this so far.
Yeah, that's the thing. Blue just got on this point. To be fair, that was neutral for the longest of time. Nobody really rushed that. Okay, one thing I've been really wanting to see though. Here's the thing: is this is nice back end area. I mean, you've got that nice latitude there. If it's somebody could use that. Scouts are great going around that. If actually a scout terrorizing the enemy's back end would be funny. He's getting with spies. Heavies come up from underneath are great. And basically damage and soldiers do what they normally do, which is just run around and just blast everything.
Yeah, as it is, there hasn't been that much spy work actually. I've been quite surprised because, there are just so many areas where you can go around, and spy is a pretty perfect option on here. You can kind of see most of the sort of main battlefield and judge where you've got to be, really. And, there've been a few good stabs here and there, but
actually, I disagree.
Not as much as I would have thought.
I've been seeing a little bit of spy work here and there. I mean, who was that? Chen Rong, was actually previously quite a good spy. I haven't seen so much lately. I think they were a bit more present at the start of the session, but there've been 1, 2 here, there, everywhere. Now, okay, 204, 238 is again an equal game. I'm trying to think really what could put a team on an advantage here. I mean, we said it before, basically holding the top of the roof really helps. Getting a sentry up, now that really helps if you can get that stuff going.
Yeah, I mean, that pretty much solidified Blue's wins the first couple of rounds. And I'm not sure what it is that's happening here. It does seem to be that, you kind of get like 3 or 4 guys come in, cap the point, and then all of a sudden they die, and then the point sort of sits still for 20 or so seconds, and it gets capped again. I think it may well be that Blue are kind of overextending themselves a little bit once they've capped a point, and they just end up getting killed and open it up for Red.
Yeah, that's the thing. The problem is actually you take the point, you go consolidate, you've got like a couple of guys left, and the fresh wave of the next team turns up. I mean, that's strange. Where a good quick fix or a vaccine will come really handy. Get your team pushed up, get them out there, and get them a little bit spawn campy, and let your engineers build up. And there's the switch over. Only 40-second lead. We are seeing real games here. Oh, unlucky there. Who was that? Mario. No, Mario did get the stab. He just managed to do it. Actually, one thing I've been finding here is a lot of opportunistic stabbing. The other thing is actually
Our control point.
the way this map works. You've got the like, balcony areas, the raised areas, the underground areas. And spies, you know, what they might do, they might stab somebody, cloak, and just jump off the side. You know, that's a great way of dodging all the, you know, the search.
Oh yeah, there's some fantastic escape options, especially if you couple that with the Dead Ringer. You know, you can pretty much give anybody the slip because there's no real way for them to tell you to tell where you've actually gone. You know, you've got at any given moment really a good like 3 or 4 options. So it's basically going to be a wild goose chase, and it's almost, you know, not worth chasing after a Dead Ringer spy unless you manage to, you know, cover them in P or get them on fire.
Ooh, and nice changeover from there. I mean, red team only managed to get 10 seconds up, and blue are now equalising.
Control point is being captured.
I'm wondering, how do you stabilise this game? I mean, one thing you might want to do is start a terrorist operation at the back of enemy spawn there. I think oh wait, what's this? I think we did see a little bit of scout work from Scar there. I think he was trying something on the back, and that might have been giving Red a bit of an edge. But that's the thing, get around those back ends. Actually, you've used the backscatter in this map. Ooh, that's the thing, this map's designed for, you know, as banditry, really. But yeah, I mean, I have a feeling that Red might just get this game. A bit.
Yeah, the way it's looking, they've definitely sort of... Yeah, I mean, they're doing a really nice job now of sort of keeping blue away from the point. And, yeah, they're finally bringing it back again. I mean, 50 seconds difference, but blue haven't managed to get back to the point in about, you know, a minute. So, I don't know. Yeah, red could easily have this, as long as they don't throw too many eggs into one basket and get too close to the spawn and end up getting themselves killed.
Now, one thing I'm saying, blue having real problems getting out of spawn. And this is where, you know, I was saying before, having somebody at the back end just distract them long enough to keep their eye off the prize might be part of the plan here. I mean, a bonk scout running around like an asshat would actually be hilarious. And speaking of which, here comes Error the Nerd.
The control point
Oh,
is being
just didn't
contested.
beat the sentry.
The control point is being contested.
But, oh, crime, look at this though. Red. Oh, this is getting so tense and close again. And where are the pain train guys?
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
Oh dear. And blue, I think blue just about have this. It's the soldiers again. They just, as things are, they're just 200 beefy guys with guns that kill over range. They're really annoying. Oh, Sepsico misses his stabs, misses everybody, and then dies in a corner unceremoniously. Oh wow, where did the heavy firepower come from?
Yeah, it just seems like every single time, like, one team manages to kill the other, cap the point, and then the other team respawns all at once, goes ahead and sort of overextends and then gets killed, and it just repeats again and again, and it's going to come down to the wire, but I think, looking at it, blue aren't going to have any time to get in there now.
Oh dear, it's going to require a good old-fashioned pub push, and I don't think they've got the overtime for it. And no, oh, there's scout drones running up there. Nope, denied. Round 6, round 5? I don't remember.
I think it's 5, but yeah, numbers.
Yeah, we don't really pay attention to those too much. But yeah, now, what are the alternate strategies here? Now, the thing is, I think the first game, engineering was really good. If we can see another engineer in the mid again, that would be interesting. But we're seeing them more at the back end, keeping an eye on the spawn doors.
Yeah, it's almost become a necessity, really. What with this sort of the way that the games have gone, really, with teams kind of just capping and then moving straight ahead to take out spawn, you kind of have to have an NG set up there. And I think a lot of people who tend to play engineer, you know, they kind of just don't bother on Koth maps because it's only a 3-minute round, or it can only be a 3-minute round. I think it's kind of, they just assume that there's not really enough time to get a decent setup, so why bother? And it's a shame because they could do it.
There's a double spy cap going on. The spies here are really pulling the weight for the team for red at the moment. And, oh, criminy. Oh, just. Literally, the blue team that stepped off the plate and let red have that. I think they could have held on for a little bit more.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Uh-oh, the old colour forget. It happens to everyone, man. It's cool. Oh, well, was that me? Was that, yeah, good old full fat Uber. Where'd that come from? And blue are back in. Okay, red got the starting cap, but man, that's quick. Only 28 seconds really on that. Oh, I just saw Error the Nerd managed to teleport out, take out all the engineer stuff on the roof. That was amazing trollery right there. Oh, I love when engineers, spies actually go through a teleporter. I mean, personally, I always keep an eye on that stuff for that reason, but oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah, whenever I play engineer, I kind of, you've got to make sure that your teleporter's in a decent place for the rest of your team. But I kind of like to opt for it to be quite far away from the rest of my gear, purely because, it avoids you getting telefragged, and you've kind of got an early warning system almost. You can keep an eye on it without having to be too worried about getting an instant backstab.
Yep. Oh, Red are ball achingly close to keeping this cap, getting this down. Although here comes the heavy. Oh, come on, Red Team, you're nearly on that! And Shenrong stabbed 2 people and then didn't cap it. That's better. Right. Oh, I couldn't believe that. I was like, oh god, he was right there. But yeah, okay, game is still relatively equal. Now, what are Red up to? Now, that's the thing. Blue have had a kind of easy ride. They got in first. Oh, wow, I'm looking at Shenrong. This guy is really killing it out there. I mean, he's going for medics. And then he's shot off the roof. Wow, is that heavy? Oh, wow, enemy at the gates right here. Yeah, Red are Blue are having a really hard time actually managing to break out now.
The control point is being captured.
But somehow they're capping. What is happening? I mean, Blue are causing so much irritation in the rear, but Blue are actually capping this.
I think really the problem is, like I said, Red have kind of just overextended themselves a little bit, and it kind of just opens it up. The midpoint actually goes very sort of undefended for a lot of this game. It kind of, aside from cap time, there's nobody stood there.
There's Shenrong again. Seriously, this guy. He's a really good spy. He just somehow is always there, and that's a nice talent. That's a nice thing for a spy. There he is again. Takes down Ace Man. It's like this. The blue team really needs a spy check. Well, a pit there is on him. But yeah, this guy using L'Étranger. Now that's unusual. I don't see so many spies playing that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with the spies' guns, they're very, very. It's a very subjective thing. A lot of other weapons in the game, you can kind of sort of. I think anybody can sort of agree that most of the weapons in the game, especially primaries, are pretty much all good, but with spy guns, it's very, very hotly contested, and I really like the L'Étranger, especially, using that with the Dead Ringer. You're kind of almost invincible, really.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit more time, get Spicicle, yeah. Personally, I'm actually a standard spy stabber knife. I actually use standard spy gear most of the time. Good versatility. But in any case, though, look at this game. I mean, Red have been having a field day at the moment. I don't know how they've kept this up for so long. Well, saying that though.
Yeah, Blue are coming back, but with 2 minutes to 1 second or 0 seconds.
Oh god, yeah, that time's going down fast. I think we did have a scramble before. We had at least 3 scrambles in this particular session, half hour. I think it's been scrambled enough, and I think this is going down. It's dying. There it goes. And Red have that game. That was nicely brought back.